Hello, my soul family. How are you all? And I hope you are doing great, wonderful, amazing, safe wherever you are in the world. I welcome you all in my channel. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel, for giving me lots of love. And I am very glad that I help you out in some manner. So, today's video is about indigo star seeds, indigo children. Over the past few decades, a new breed of children had caught the attention of scientific communities in many countries like US, China, Mexico, Russia, India. Okay, and these children display unusual physical and psychological attributes that separates them from the norm, such as enhanced immunological systems and advanced genius or highly gifted intelligence, to more extraordinary abilities of a paranormal nature that we often do not hear about in the mainstream analysis. Even in the recent times, and primarily with the definitions ascribed to the new age movement, the term indigo children has become very popular term in describing the new breed of children. Indigo description emerged through intuitive observation of the subtle body or the auric field, in which a greater concentration of color in the blue wave spectra is dominant feature. Okay, so in this video we are going to talk about indigo children. This is the term which we are already seeing a lot of days, and we are lot of hearing these days about indigo children's. What are these indigo children? What are the indigo star seeds? And why these children are incarnating at such level that everyone is getting attention on them? I have already made a video on indigo star seeds before, but at that point of time I have just explained a little bit description of indigo star seeds. Now in this video we are going to talk about indigo star seeds or indigo children in detail. This video is very near and very special for me also, because one of the reason is that I am a mother of indigo type 3. So there are three types of indigo: indigo 1, indigo 2, and indigo 3. So I am a mother of indigo type 3, and this video is very very important for me also on a personal level also, because while reading about indigo children's and while collecting all the information and knowledge and understanding what type of indigo star seeds are, I get to know more things about indigo children, which I'm going to share with you all in this video. And I hope if you are an indigo star seed, if you are a mother or father or a parent of indigo children, you will definitely be able to understand what type of these children are, because these children they deserve more respect in the society. They deserve to be accommodated in the society, but in the opposite they are actually termed as some kind of horrible diseases or some kind of mental issues that they exhibit, and they had been labeled by some psychological terms like ADHD. Okay, ADHD, it's attention deficit hyperactive disorder, then ADD, attention deficit disorder, then autism, then OCD, then bipolar disorders, all sorts of psychological diseases they have been labeled it. And parents even do not know how to handle these new breed of children. They think that there is some kind of problem with these children, but they do not know that they are dealing with, the indigos are dealing with the level of energies and the level of consciousness coming into those little bodies that most of us never have to worry about. And psychology knows nothing about it unless they understand the multidimensional structure of human identity, which is the most common model that is used to understand what are indigos. Because in psychology it's unfortunate that they do not understand the common model of multidimensional structure. And if we have to understand the indigos, we have to understand the multidimensional structure of our time matrix, the multidimensional structure of our beings. What are we as multidimensional souls, okay, multidimensional beings, okay. And this is a model that indigos will need even to understand themselves also. So in order to help indigos, in order to understand that who are indigo, okay, indigo's children or indigo star seed, we need to understand and realize how different they are from an average person. Then we can explore about what needs to be done in the society to accommodate these children, okay. Then only we can understand that why these children are behaving like this, why and how we can handle the indigo star seeds. First of all, indigos are the star seeds, okay. They are incarnating here on the planet earth to fulfill a promise which they have made 2,48,000 years before, okay. And it's an ancient race which are incarnating on earth. It's a very ancient elder race, okay. Indigos are coming in little drips and drives for about 200 years, and it's not like that they are coming now. And it's a part of evolutionary advancement program. Some of you can be indigo genetic coded people, and if you are here and if you have certain experiences where you have difficult times being so sensitive as you grew up, because you have awareness, the sensitivity and a frequency in your consciousness, that when you walk around in public, when you walk around in schools, you have to deal with the world. And there is a part of you who knows what is wrong with this picture, that you do not fit in, and even that part of you feels that knows better than this. And even though you cannot fully put it into a verbal terms, that what is the problem with this picture, how the society works and all, you do not know that, because you cannot put the things into verbal things, because maybe some of the indigos are not fully awakened, okay. But they know that there is a way how the universe work, and this is not the way how the universe works, okay. Like we deal in 3D dimensional society in the earth, okay. They have supposed to concept inside of them, they have something to compare it, because they have at least an intuitive memory of how things were and how things are in the places they work, right, in the systems. They are not structured like our socio-economic systems, our psychological systems, our government systems. And this is not a healthy world, okay. And this is not a healthy world, okay. This is a sick world, where world is so sick that we have been living under mind control to believe that it's okay to believe that this is a well world. We are taught to accept the things because this is the way things are, and we teach our children also the same thing, as long as we comply and follow the rules. And we have a nice life that ends in death, and it ends in paying taxes and death only, and that's the only thing we really have to worry about. That's the structure we are living in, that we have to die one day, and while we are alive we have to pay taxes. These are the only things which we tell our children, and we are also living in the society like this. But we have a nice little life that ends in death, and we have to pay the taxes. But when the indigos come in, they know that this is not the way the universe work. It's an intuitive sense, and as they cannot put the words on it, because they do not know, but they know intuitively, they know. And there is a rebellion that happens in them, and if that rebellion is not addressed, okay, not respected for the fact that they are right, it can backfire them, okay. It can become a real force to contend with, okay. And these are the children who can who are having they get upset, and the children who have the problems, they do not know what to do with themselves. And it's scary for the indigos, because they do not have their full awareness yet, that who are they and why they came in here. They just know that they do not fit in the society, they do not fit in this structure, they can do something that others people cannot. And what's wrong with them? And indigo children tend to end up feeling that there is something wrong with them because they are not fully awakened yet to remember who they are and why they came. And the society will tell them that you are different, there is something wrong with you, you are not normal, and they try to suppress their qualities to make them normal, and that does not even work either. Okay, so now, before understanding what are indigos, we have to understand our dimensions, we have to understand our density universe, we have to understand our DNA, we have to understand our 15 dimensional time matrix. In order to understand who are indigos, we have to understand our DNA templates so that you can understand that who are indigos. In my previous videos, I have already explained what are our time metrics and how the creation has been formed, and what are the density universe, and on each density universe what are the meta biology which exist. But again, in this video I'm going to explain first the time metrics of our dimensions, okay, and how the things has been created, so that we can all understand first that who are indigos. Okay, we have to understand that we are having 15 dimension time metrics. Okay, it's just like we are trapped in this three dimensional structure, that those souls who are not yet awakened, they only think that there are three dimensions only, because they are having that level of consciousness that they can perceive, because there are only three strands of DNA which is activating inside of them, so they can only perceive three dimension of consciousness, they cannot go beyond of that, they cannot understand that thing. But many of you who are listening to me through this video, some of you are indigo children, some of you are the parents of indigo children, or because if you are drawn to this information, if you are attracted towards this information, if you are listening to this information, there must be a reason, and the reason is that you are having some kind of genetic advancements, which is because of which you are listening this video, because of this you are listening this information. Okay, because this information comes on at least 5 dimensional frequency, because if you are having that 5 dimensional consciousness, 5 dimension level of consciousness, or 5 strands activated, or 5 chakras are activated, then only you can understand what I'm talking about. Otherwise you will be bounced back and you will say like, what the hell she is talking about. Okay, you will not be able to understand the concepts. So they are dimensions, and dimensions are interwoven layers of scalar waves. Okay, it's an attributes of something, but it is not considered as something. A dimension is a noun, it's describing a scalar field, a specific thing that has specific characteristics. Now, the scalar waves are the points of standing wave composed of literal units of consciousness that flash on and off. Okay, and it's a whole science behind it. Cycles repeating patterns of flashlight sequence form frequency bands. A dimension is full of frequency band. A frequency band is a repeating pattern of what's called flash line sequences, flashing on and off of stationary fixed standing wave pattern, scalar waves. Okay, and this is where the frequency comes from. It is firing at certain specific rhythms on and off to each other. They are internal fission and fusion generators, and in fusion particle antiparticle come together and it creates replication or an immediate reciprocal fission. So it's a continual perpetual motion universe we live in. So it's a dimensional model that give us at least to indigos, to right people coming in to take the science, okay, used by a particular group in a particular profession, or other people who do not understand, make it grow to where it can fit these concepts. Okay, now we are going to understand the 15 dimensional concept, that what are the 15 dimensional concepts. Okay, so this is our 15 dimensional time matrix. Okay, this is our 15 dimensional time matrix with 5 harmonic universes. So we also called harmonic universe, or we called as density universe. It's the same thing. Okay, so here we are having 5 harmonic universe: harmonic universe 1, harmonic universe 2, harmonic universe 3, harmonic universe 4, and harmonic universe 5. Okay, or we can call as density universe. Okay, density universe 1, density universe 2, density universe 3, density universe 4, and density universe 5. And in each density universe there are 3 dimensions. Okay, so in density universe 1 we are having dimension 1, 2, and 3. Then in density universe 2 we are having dimension 4, 5, and 6. Then in density universe 3 we are having dimension 7, 8, and 9. Then we are having dimension universe 4, in which we are having dimension 10, 11, and 12. Then we are having density universe 5, in which we are having dimension 13, 14, and 15. This is the dimensional time matrix of 15 dimensional time matrix, and after that there are 3 more levels, and in this level we are having triadic level, polaric level, and ecartic level. These are ascended masters. Okay, so this is our 15 dimensional time matrix, and out of the out of the 15 dimensional time matrix we are having 3 more levels in which the ascended master resides. And after that we are having here the god, or the unaseti, or you can call source, whatever you want to. Okay, so here, as I told you, we are having 3 dimensions in one density universe. Right now we are here in dimension 3. The earth is here. Okay, and now I'm going to explain here in here, from which I have made a whole chart. Okay, so here you can see that we are having ascended masters ecartic level, ascended masters polaric level, ascended masters triadic level. Okay, that's the ascended masters. These are the ascended masters. Okay, and on dimension 15, 14, and 13, okay, on dimension 13, 14, and 15 we are having rishi identity. Okay, that's the density universe 5. Then we are having 10, 11, and 12 dimensions. Okay, here we are having avatar identity. Okay, that is avatar identity on dimension 10, 11, and 12. Then we are having density universe 3, which is dimension 7, 8, and 9. We are having oversoul identity. Then we are having density universe 2, which is dimension 4, 5, and 6. Here we are having soul identities. And here we are having dimension 1, 2, and 3, which is density universe 1, and here we incarnates. Okay, so here we incarnates. So now you can understand that here we incarnates, here we are having our soul identity, here we are having oversoul identity, here we are having avatar identity, and here we are having rishi identity. After that we are having ascended master level. Okay, now we are having different biologies also. Okay, so in dimension 1, 2, and 3 we are having carbon based biological physical matter. Okay, we are having carbon based biology, we are having carbon matter in dimension 1, 2, and 3. Then in dimension 4, 5, and 6 we are having carbon etheric matter, or we can call it as semi etheric matter. Okay, then in dimension 7, 8, and 9 we are having etheric matter based biology. Then in dimension 10, 11, and 12 we are having hydroplasmic pre-liquid light, which is crystalline matter. Okay, so here we are having pre-liquid light here. Okay, then on dimension 13, 14, and 15 we are having antimatter, or we can call it as standing wave pattern flame, or the fire bodies. They are the sphericals. Okay, the round spherical here. Then here this is the non-dimensional energy matrix. Okay, so now you understand we are having different matter. Okay, in different dimensions, or we can say we are having different matter based biology in different density universe. Now we are also having life force energy. Okay, so these ascended masters, they are our 3 primal sound fields. Okay, they are the three primal sound fields, and we are having Kundalini life force energy here. Then on Rishi identity, that is the dimension 15, 14 and 13, we are having three primal light fields. We are having Kirasha, which is the life force energy of dimension 13, 14 and 15. Then on dimension 10, 11 and 12, we are having Maharata energy, which is the life force energy. Okay. Then on dimension 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, 1 to 9, we are having Kundalini energy. Kundalini energy, Kundalini energy. That's the life force energy. So when your Kundalini awakens, that means your 9 dimension, okay, now you can access the 9 dimensions. Okay, you can access this energy. Now you are having life force energy of Kundalini energy, the Kundalini awakening. When you go through a Kundalini awakening process, that's the life force energy here. Okay, so this is the now you understand what are the biology in different dimensions, what are the identities, okay, and what are the primal sound fields, what are the light fields. Okay, so this is the light fields, this is the sound field. Okay, so first hominid creation which has happened in our universe is dimension 12. Okay, from this dimension there is a hominid creation happening here. Okay, from this diagram I can understand you, make you all understand more better. Okay, so 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So from first hominid creation was done on dimension 12. Normal human and angelic human blueprint, the original angelic human DNA imprint was 12 strand DNA template. Okay, the 12 strand DNA template is the original human angelic blueprint, in which we have lost our DNA strands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the Tara fall. Okay, when the Tara catalysm happened, after that the morphogenetic field of Tara and the DNA strands 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 was broken down. Okay, and dimension 7, 8 and 9, 10, 11, 12, so these strands of DNA was okay, they were not destroyed, but these strands of DNA has been destroyed in that fall. Now we have been working on the rescue mission after the Tara fall, and each of the cloister rays and each of the root rays has been assigned to reassemble the DNA strand. Okay, and right now we have assembled the DNA strand 1, 2 and 3, and we have still have to assemble 4, 5 and 6. Okay, now let's see how the creation has happened here. Okay, so as you can see on the ascended masters level, that is this level, this is ekartic level, polaric level and the triadic level. These are the 3 ascended masters, or the 3 yanas. We also call them yanas. Okay, so these are the yanas, the ascended masters. Okay, the ekartic level we are having grande yanas, on the polaric level we are having vachayanas, and on the triadic level we are having ramayanas. 3 yanas collective called as Iyani, okay, or of the yanas, or we can call them Melchizedek Cloister Iyani, or they called as the Iyani Council or MC Iyani, that is Melchizedek Cloister Iyani. Okay, so 3 yanas collective called as MC Iyani or Melchizedek Cloister Iyani. They formed the 3 primal Bruno founder races collectives, and they are the universal family of consciousness. These are the family of consciousness, and they seeded on dimension 15, 14 and 13 on the Rishi identity level. Okay, first they created amethyst order Bruno, that is the violet flame. Then they created the gold order Bruno, that is the gold flame, and they created emerald order Bruno, which is the blue flame. So the blue flame, gold flame and the violet flame, they are the Rishi identities, okay, of the 3 Bruno, the 3 primary Bruno founder races. Okay, the amethyst order Bruno, the gold order Bruno and the emerald order Bruno. Okay, this is on density universe 5. Okay, this is on density universe 5. They created these 3 here. Now these 3 primary Bruno founder races, they created the Christos founder races. Okay, they created the Christos founder races or on the dimension 10, 11 and 12. Okay, on dimension 10, 11 and 12, what they created is, okay, the Emerald Order Bruno. Okay, they created the Elohai Elohim feline hominid Christos founder race. Okay, and that was called as Anuhazi, and that was Syrian whites, and they become the guardians of Stargate 12. Okay, they are the avatar identity. And on dimension 12 we are having Stargate 12, that is the Lyra Armentana. Then on dimension 11 we are having Baharama Cetacean Aquatic A Pegasus Horse Deer Avian founder race. They created Pegasi or Pegasus and Inu race or the whale people. They become the guardians of Stargate 11. Then on dimension 10, okay, on Lyra Vega, the Seraphi Seraphim Avian Insect Reptile Christos founder race. Okay, they created the Ceres or bird people or the Carians. They become the guardians of Stargate 10. So they become the Christos founder races. They also called as the cradle of Lyra, the creation contract. They were the first hominid races which was created on dimension 10, 11 and 12. Okay, on the avatar identity. Here it was one more thing has happened here, and what was that is, okay, that the Amethyst Order Baharama Pegasi and Inu Christ founder races. Okay, the Baharama is this one. Okay, the Amethyst Order Baharama, this one, the founder races. They shared the guardianship of Lyra Avion Stargate 11 with Emerald Order. Okay, so Emerald Order Bruno is here. So they created one more race by combining their two genes together. So the Amethyst Order hybrid feline aquatic A founder race called the NU. Okay, ANYUNU. And here you can see the Pegasi or Pegasus and the Inu races or the whale people, these, and the NU race, they become the guardians of Stargate 11. Okay, Lyra Avion, and later the Avion race, they digressed. Okay, as you all have seen the Lyran Elohim War video. If you have not watched that, you can go and watch that video. So what has happened is the Anu race, which was created on dimension 11, Lyra Avion, they adopted the name of Anu and become the Anu Elohim fallen Angelics. Okay, and they created the Syrian Anunnaki race, which means the Avengers of Anu, and the intention to create the Syrian Anunnaki race was to destroy the Christos founder race and to do the dominion on the time matrix. Okay, after the Lyran Elohim War, they were created. Here one more race was digressed, and what has happened with the Gold Order Seraphi Seraphim reptile races. Here from the dimension 10, okay, the Seraphi Seraphim reptile Omicron race. Okay, the Omicron race from dimension 10, Lyra Vega, digressed and become fallen Seraphim Dracolian Angelic regions. Okay, they created Orion Dracolian fallen angelic legions after the Lyran Elohim War created. Okay, so after the Lyran Elohim Wars have done, so these two races have created the Syrian Anunnaki race and the Orion Dracolian fallen angelic legions. Okay, now after the Lyran Elohim War, there was a whole plan which was done. I have already discussed that video in which I told you that why the Lyran Elohim War happened, in which the Stargate 12 was destroyed. Okay, the Stargate 12 was this, and in here the Anuhazi are the Syrian whites. They are the guardians of Stargate 12. Stargate 12 was destroyed, and after the Lyran Elohim War, the Dark Fallen Angelics created their own races, and here the angelic races also created their races. So what has happened after the Lyran Elohim War, the Yanas, which are the ascended masters, they appointed Anuhazi, which are the Syrian whites, plus Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, which is IAFW, and Azurites, which are the Syrian Blues. They become the universal security team for protecting the stargates and preventing destruction from fallen angelic race dominion. Okay, so they become our universal security teams. And how the Azurites have become, here we have created one more new race line. Okay, Anuhazi are from, can you see that they were from the Stargate 12? They were already on the Guardians of Stargate 12. Okay, but after the Lyran Elohim war, okay, Azurites have been created. Okay, how the Azurites are being created? They are the Syrian Blues. They are from Cyrus B. Okay, so how they have created is that they have combined 3 genetic templates of Christos founder races. Now, what are our Christos founder races? These are our Christos founder races. Okay, so what they have done is they have create Elohai Elohim feline cat humanite, which is Anuhazi. Okay, Anuhazi plus Seraphai Seraphim avian homonide, which is Ceres and Mantis Athenian, plus Baharama Cetacean Inu whale and Pegasi. They combine 3 genetic coding into one, and by combining these 3 genetic coding into one, they got one new genetic race line which was called as Azurites. Okay, so they combine 3 genetic templates of Christos founder races which become the Azurites. Okay, now the Azurites are also called as Azurite Iani or the Syrian Council or the Azurite Councils. They are the names of Azurites. Okay, so different names are here: the Syrian Council or the Azurite Council or the Azurite Iani or the Azurites. They are the same one. Now what has happened next is, now here this is Melchizedek Cloister Iani, which are the Ascended Master Yanas collective. Okay, they are the Yanas collective, and here they have they have created one more race line. Okay, here we are having Bruno order founder races. Okay, so these are the Bruno order founder races: the Amethyst order Bruno, the Gold order Bruno, and the Emerald order Bruno. And these are the Yanas, the 3 Yanas. Okay, the Grandianas, the Vachianas, and Ramyanas. They combined their genetic codes and created one more line, and which was called as Orpheum. Okay, the Bruno order founder races: Emerald order, Gold order, Amethyst order, Blue flame, Gold flame, Violet flame, and the Melchizedek Cloister Iani, which are the Ascended Master. They combined their genes, okay, the DNA coding into one race line, and they created Orpheums. Orpheums was created, and they were having 48 to 24 strands of DNA. Okay, Orpheum was created for doing the bioregenesis of genetic imprint for many numerous collectives of fallen angelic legions who accepted the Emerald Covenant after the Lyran Elohim War. Okay, so Orpheum was created so that the bioregenesis program was done, because many of the fallen angelics has been trapped in the black hole system, in the phantom matrix, and they were trapped in there. So the plan was made to help them. Okay, so there was an Emerald Covenant. It's a peace agreement which has been made that you are going to do your bioregenesis program. You're going to heal the distortions which you are carrying in your DNA, and because of that, Orpheum was created, and Orpheum was created as a host matrix for bioregenesis program. Okay, having 48 to 24 strands of DNA. Now they were seeded on Gaia, having 48 strands of DNA template, that is dimension 7, 8 and 9, where we are having oversoul identity. And then after that they have created 24 strands of DNA template on, and they seeded on Tara, dimension 4, 5 and 6. Here Turanism 1, okay, race has been created, and it also destroyed after Tara fall and morphogenetic fields, where the consciousness of souls fragmented into lower density universe 1 and our solar system formed. Okay, after the Tara fall, there at that point of time we were having 24 strands of DNA. Okay, then on Earth, here that's our incarnates, we incarnate here, we are having 12 strand of DNA template. Okay, these are the DNA templates. Okay, so they have created Tunanism 2, okay, created after the Tara fall. Now rescue mission has been started for all those consciousness of souls who have been lost in that catalysm. Here DNA 1 to 6 was destroyed. 5 cloister races and 7 root races were created, and they were assigned for one DNA assembling. Okay. Now, indigo type 1. I told you there are 3 types of indigo. Indigo type 1, indigo type 2 and indigo type 3. Indigo type 1 are having 48 strands of DNA template potential. Indigo type 2 are having 24 to 30 strands of DNA template potential. These are the DNA templates configuration of indigo starseeds, indigo children. And indigo type 3, they are a part of Orpheum Nephilim hybridization program, which we will discuss later what is that. But they are having 24 strands of DNA Orpheum avatar plus 11 strands of reverse DNA of Nephilim. Okay, and which is also an avatar level, because on 10, 11 and 12, as I told you, on 10, 11 and 12 we are having avatar identity. Okay, see, on 10, 11 and 12 we are having avatar identity, and Nephilims are on dimension 11. Okay. So who are the Nephilims? If you have watched all my parts, you get to know that who are Nephilims. But for those who did not know who are the Nephilims were the ones who were who were on earth during the seeding 2. When the seeding 2 was created, Nephilims were there, and they were created by the interbreeding of human cloister race during seeding 2 from Atlantean civilization plus Anunnaki. So Anunnaki created Nephilim. Okay, they created the Anunnaki human race basically, and that was Nephilim, and it was during the seeding 2. And after the seeding 2 was destroyed, Nephilim was banned from earth. Okay, after the treaty of El Anu, they were banned from the earth. Okay, and they said that they are not going to get return, okay, on earth, but they can evolve on other planets. So they were sent back to planet Nibiru. Now they have been stuck on dimension 11 for many millions of years ago. Okay, from last many millions of ago they are being stuck in dimension 11. How? You can see in the picture. See, now we can see this is our seeding race. Okay, the electric wars happen here in the we are the third seeding here. Okay, the first 2 seedings has been destroyed. The first seeding has been destroyed in electric wars. The second seeding has been destroyed in 1,000-year wars. Now the third seeding is here. We are here. Okay, so in the second seeding, the Nephilim was banned. After the second seeding was destroyed, they have been banned and they have been trapped. Okay, they have been trapped in one dimension 11 from these million years ago. Okay, from these million years they have been trapped. Okay, in their evolution they cannot ascend. If you want to ascend, you must have the dimension 12. Okay, this you must have DNA strand 12. And what they have done is the Anunnaki races, okay, they have been cut their DNA strand 12 and they have reversed their dimensions. They have reversed their DNA strands from 11 to 1. They are having reverse 11 strand DNA. Okay, and the Dracolians, they were seated here on dimension 10. So what they have done is they have cut their 11 strand, 12 strand, and they have reversed their DNA strand from 10. Okay, so it's like if you live, L-I-V-E, if we live, this is the spelling of live, that's the angelic pattern. But if you reverse anything, it becomes evil. That's the dark angels in which we get to know in our mythologies also. So if we reverse anything, that becomes evil. Okay, so they reverse their DNA coding here. So they have been cut their 11 and 12 DNA strands, the Dracolian ones, and the Anunnaki ones, they have cut their 12 strand of DNA. And for ascending out of this density universe 4, they must have 12 strands of DNA imprint, and they have been struck from millions of years in the evolution from on dimension 11. Okay, because they have cut their 12 strand DNA template. Okay, now in the first DNA when after the Tara has been fallen, okay, after the Tara catalysm happened, I told you 7 root races and 5 cloister races have been seeded, okay, and they were the 12 tribes. Okay, so first two one was that each of the race has been assigned to assemble one DNA strand, and right now most of the humans are on DNA strand 3. They have been activate the 3 strands of DNA. Okay, this is a DNA strand of an average human being who are having 3 strands of DNA activate. Okay, so this first strand has been assembled back again by the hyperbolians and the polarians, which were seeded first on planet Gaia. Okay, they have assembled half strand of DNA strand 1 on etheric particle Gaia, etheric antiparticle Gaia. Okay, hyperbolians and the polarians, they have assembled the first DNA strand. Okay, and they were seated on Gaia. They assembled the first strand of DNA. Then comes to Lemurians. They were given the responsibility to assemble strand number 2. Then the Alliance will have come and they have created the strand number 3. Okay, the Lemurians have been created strand number 2, strand number 3, and we are the Aryan root race. Okay, we are the Aryan root race. We have to assemble strand number 4. So here we are having strand number 1, 2 and 3 completed. They have done their part, and now it's our root race which we have to do. The 4th strand DNA we have to assemble. Okay, and we have to assemble the 4th strand of DNA here. And now after we will complete our strand of DNA, then they will come Movarian root race. Okay, they will assemble strand number 5. Then they will come Ivanchi's root race. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce this name. It's so difficult to pronounce it. They will assemble strand number 6. These are the root races. These are the 7 root races. What are the 7 root races? The Polarians and Hyperboreans, the Lemurians, the Atlantean, the Aryan, the Movarian and the Yuanchi. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root races. But before this root race come, there is a cloister race which comes first. Okay, so we are having 5 cloister races. They have to assemble only one DNA strand, but the cloister races, they kept the imprint of 7 to 12 DNA template imprint alive for thousands and millions of years ago. Okay, the first cloister race was Ur-Atarians. First they were seeded and they assembled strand number 2 plus 7 plus 2 12. They have imprint of 7 plus 12. Then comes to Bruno, then strand number 3 plus 7 to 12, then Hebrew, then strand number 4 plus 7 to 12, then Melchizedek 5 plus 7 to 12. This is Unaseti. This is the future Tara. They have not incarnated yet. They will come and they will create the 6th strand of DNA first, then Yuanchi will come. These 2 races has not yet come. We are only on DNA strand 4. Okay, so now some of you can be a Melchizedek cloister race. That can also be a possibility, who are having 5 strand of DNA imprint activation started here. Now the indigos. Let's talk about indigos. Normal average human beings who are having 12 strands of DNA template, but they are having only 3 strands of DNA activate, and they are working on 4 strand DNA. And indigo born with 6 strand of DNA active at birth. At birth they are having 6 strands of DNA active. Okay, what is the 6th strand DNA in a human form? If you're going from a root race, cloister race, see 6 strand, which is not they are not even here. They will come into the future Tara when the planet Earth will become Tara. They will come and they will assemble the strand 6. Okay, so right now the indigos are born with 6 strand DNA activate, and that's not the only thing about indigos. They are more than that. Okay, they just born with 6 strand DNA template activated during the birth time. And in an average human being, when they just born with 3 strands of DNA working. Okay, where are they? Here it is. They born with 3 strands of DNA, okay, and 3 dimensions of consciousness. That means they can access only 3 dimension of consciousness. But the indigos born with 6 strands of DNA activate during the birth. They can access 6 dimensions of consciousness, okay, during the birth. From the birth, they are born with this 6 strand DNA activation, 6 dimension of consciousness. So I'm going to stop here this video. It's almost 40 minutes. So in the next part I'm going to talk about more. I hope I make you all understand till now, that you understand the dimensions, you understand the density universe. Now you understand that we have been seeded here, okay, and this is the 3rd seeding which we are doing it right now, okay, and how many seedings has been destroyed. The 2 seedings has been destroyed, and for each seeding there was a host race. For the first seeding there was Urtarans. That was the first host race for seeding the first thing, okay. Then for the seeding 2 there was Dagos. Dagos was the host race for seeding 2, and for seeding 3 there were Urtites, okay. And one more thing I'm going to understand you more. When the 1000 seeding war was done, there was a hybrid Hebrew strand which was being saved by taking them into inner earth, by taking them into Syrian star system and into Palladian star system. They were saved, okay, from the 2nd seeding. So they were saved, and when the 3rd seeding started, the host race become Syrian, Palladian, Hebrew, Egyptian hybrids of Orutites, because they flew to Syrian star system. And when they when they go with Syrian and when they go with Palladian, they become the Orutites, and they become the host race of the seeding 3. Okay, so sending you lots of love, healing and happy energies to all my soul family who are watching my video. Take care of yourself and see you soon.